Alrighty. Okay, we are live in our team group on Facebook, which is great. Okay, we are going to be starting shortly. We have our guest tonight, and so I'm not going to waste time. We're just going to get on with it. And so, Mrs. Colette Morris, hello. Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine, really doing good, thank you.
Fantastic. Good to see you, good to have you. Thank you so much for coming on today. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you taking the time, right? Let me make sure that this is being recorded. Okay, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of my RDP story. Some of you may be wondering, what does RDP mean? It just means my results-driven products, okay? RDP means results-driven products. So today we have another amazing person here to share her story with us on the products, okay? She's gonna share her story with us on the products, and she's gonna, basically share with us what her life was like before she came across these products, what happened to her while she started using the products, and if she shared it with other people, how has that helped her in her life, really. So that's what we will be talking about today. And tonight I have the amazing newly married Mrs. Colette Dennis. Hello, my darling sister.
Hello, my sister. Welcome.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for the opportunity to share your story with our amazing partners and guests this evening. So tell us a little bit about yourself. And what I mean by that is, who is Colette? Who is Colette? In a few minutes, few sentences.
Okay, who am I? Well, I'm a mum of two grown-up men, grandmother to two little ones, age 8 and age 4, and newly married, as Shaya said. Previously was in a relationship which didn't work out. That's another story which I'll touch on maybe later. But ex-project manager, ex-business analyst turned nutritionist, and that's me, life coach, nutritionist Colette Morris, and this is where I am today, and it's all because of rain.
Wow. Okay, so you mentioned that you said ex-project manager, ex-business analyst, and I know you probably didn't expect me to do this, but I like to give our guests, our viewers, some inside information. And what I mean, the reason I'm asking is, some people have the idea that when you promote products like what we do, you must be an unemployed, low life, not making any money, because you're doing it because you're unemployed. You didn't have anything to do. So you just thought, but you mentioned that you are an ex-project manager. Can you share with us, when you were working, what kind of projects were you managing? What was the budget like? Give us an idea, right? And also, if you're happy to do that, you can tell us what your salary was, right? In terms of what were you commanding?
Well, basically, I was an IT specialist, and we specialized in social care programs for the government, implementing their systems. And these are huge budgets, if you can think, because it's for adults and children's social care. So anywhere from 5 million, that was the budget for putting these systems in place.
Wow.
And, the salaries that you're looking at 6-figure salaries. When I think 8 years ago, I actually walked out of a full-time job to work for myself. And I walked out of a job that was then 52,000 a year, not having anything in place, and then just went on to start my own business to do contracting. And within that contracting period of the last 8 years, I've been making six figures every year, over 100K. In pounds.
Right. I was just about to say, can we put the currency in front of it? Because when you say 6 figures, people may be thinking maybe it's I don't know, some currency, but 6 figures in pounds. So you were doing really, really well. You were the high earner in the UK, because a lot of people in the UK don't earn that, right? So you are earning over £100,000 a year. And you did that for over 8 years. Before then, you were full-time earning £52,000 a year. So thank you so much for sharing that. The reason I'm asking, the reason I've asked is just to help our guests have, understand better that this is for anybody and everybody, right? It's not for people who do not have anything to do. It's not for people who can find a job. It's for people that feel they deserve more and they need more and they feel that there's more they can do than what they're currently doing, than what that job is allowing them to do. I don't even want to go into the nitty-gritty of the jobs and your gifts and what the scripture says about your gifts making room for you and what we're supposed to do. All of that. I don't want to spend time on that because we don't have much time tonight. But thank you so much for bringing that to the table. I appreciate you. So that's your background. And then you got involved with health and wellness products shortly after you became a single mom, right? And why? What led you to that? What were you looking for?
Yeah, well, as we all know, as women, when we get married, we do it for life. We hope it's for life, but it didn't work out for me that way. And I was landed with having a 5-year-old and a 10-year-old. And, the income just walked out the door. And I had to find something to replace that income because I liked my lifestyle and I didn't want to sacrifice my lifestyle too much. So it was looking for something, what could I do from home? Because I know that I didn't want to do another job that took me away from my children. I was already in a full-time job in the city, working, well, it wasn't even 9 till 5 because it was more like 8 till 7. By the time you get home and everything. And I just didn't want anything to take me away from my kids that I didn't see much of anyway. God bless my mum and my dad for being there to look after them because I know childcare is expensive as it is. And, it was during that time, I've always been into natural products, natural healing. I've never taken headache tablets. I'd rather just put a cold towel over my head and go lie down, sleep it off. So I was thinking, what could I do? What could I do? And then a leaflet landed on my door and it was about health and wellness. And I thought, okay, I'm interested in health and wellness. That's something I can look at. But it took me over 6 weeks or so to even go into this, because you kind of resist it, don't you? It's like, oh, I'm not sure who it is. I don't know what it's all about. Yeah. But it ended up to be a guy on my road.
Wow.
Just down the bottom of the road, and he came to my house. I phoned him up and he came to my house, told me all about, this business, how you can work for yourself online and you can share products and make money from it. And I thought, okay, I'll try that. And that's how I got into network marketing.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. So you were in a place where life had happened to you. Right? Yeah. As life happens to all of us, right? Life happens to all of us. Something hits us that we didn't plan for. Something hits us that we were not expected, right? And sometimes we don't know what to do. We don't have anywhere else to turn. We don't have anybody to bail us out. And one of the things I say to people is it's better to build your ark before it starts raining.
Definitely.
It's better to build your ark before it starts raining because rain, it will. It's going to rain on everybody. It's a natural phenomenon. It has to rain. It has to rain. And when I'm talking about rain right now, I don't mean the rain that we're getting battered with rain in the UK right now. I don't mean that. I mean the rain of life, right? The things that would happen to us in life. But the sad thing is majority are not prepared. Majority are not prepared for what is round the corner. We start our lives expecting everything to be great, expecting everything to be perfect. Of course, that is what we should do. But then we should prepare too. We should prepare too because they say change is the only constant thing in life. Did you hear that? Change is the only constant thing in life. Changes will occur. Changes will happen to you. But how prepared are you for that change when it comes? So a change happened in my sister's life. And she thought, well, there's a loss of income. The father of my kids, my husband, whatever, he's left. What am I going to do? I'm not ready to take on another job just to make up the shortfall in income in the home. Because yes, Two people used to do the work. Two people used to contribute. Now it's come down to one person. I'm not ready to take on another job to bridge that gap. What can I do around my children? What can I do from home? What can I do to help me generate some income from home? And that was how she found herself, in this style of marketing, referring, word of mouth, advertising, and just sharing products that help people with their health, because she's always been health conscious. So that's what got you on that journey, which is amazing. So you've been on that journey for some time. And then when did you find Rain International?
Well, before I found Rain, let me just quickly explain to some of you out there, because I know there's lots of people like me out there. When I came into this industry, I didn't think I could sell. I'm not a seller. I worked in banking. Okay. I do not sell, I thought. But then, when you refer things to people, you are doing selling in a way. And I could tell you that first time I got a lead, someone called me about the business. They wanted to know about the products. Do you know how long it took me to pick up the phone to talk to them? Every time I went to the phone, and back then it wasn't mobiles, it was the house phone. I'd pick the phone up and I'd look at the number and I was about to press the button. I'd put the phone down and I walked away. And my son, who was 6 years old, the little one, said to me, "Mum, why don't you just pick up the phone and call the person?" And it was like, yeah, I will. I'll do it now. And then I just called them and they wanted the products. But do you know what? I was fearful because I'd never done anything like this before, but they came to me. And I didn't realize then that I had the power. I was shaking, thinking, oh my gosh, they've come to me. What am I going to say? What am I going to do? But they just wanted the products. And that I shared that story with you all because you know what? You're not sellers. And if people come to you and they want the information, they're already sold. They're already sold. Yeah.
That's amazing. And that takes me to the next thing, because, in our business, in this company in particular, we get a lot of people that come to us asking for what we have. And it's because we have products that work. It's because we have products that are helping a lot of people with different health challenges. It's because they saw a testimonial or they read a testimonial or somebody called them and said, "You've got to check this out. You've got to see this. You've got to see that." Right? And so we do get a lot of people that come to us asking for information about the products. In your experience, let me start with you. How have the products helped you? What's your own personal? That's one of the products you have in there, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
That's, that's pure.
Immune system.
Immune system. We boost your immune system, right? Great. So, how have the products helped you personally?
Oh gosh, the products have been amazing for me personally. I started off, with Soul, and I loved the product because it wasn't over sweet or anything like that. And I had a few aches and pains, particularly my knees. I've always been a netball player, or I love sports, but I've torn the ligament in my knee and it's kind of overstretched. And over the years, it's developed arthritis in there. So in the winter, when it's cold or when it's raining, I feel the pain in my knee. It gets stiff. I can't climb the stairs. I can't bend it properly. And especially when I go out dancing, and I love dancing, my knee swells up the next day because of all the dancing, the pressure that I put on the knee. So for me, I wasn't really, thinking about using the products to get rid of any pain as such. I was just using the products to see what they do. So I started off with Soul, and then I thought, when I heard about Bend, I thought, do you know what? Let me see if it will help me with my knees. And I was taking the Bend for my knees, and I think I only took it. I think it was only within a month that I'd taken it. I can't exactly remember when, but within a month of taking it, I noticed that a change in my body, a change in the level of pain. And it was one particular day when I was taking the shopping up the stairs. Normally, I can't climb the stairs with weight, with any type of weight in my hands because of the knees, and they would buckle. And I had the shopping and I had to go up the stairs, and I took the first step and almost was like wincing before I actually took the step, waiting for the pain to come. And there was no pain, and it was like, So I went up with the other leg, which was fine. And then the next leg that had the pain, it was like, and then I took a step and there was no pain. And I thought, huh? And then I started going up the stairs cautiously and there was no pain. And I was carrying weights and it was like, oh my God, this is amazing, you know? And it was the products. It
Wow.
was the products. It was particularly, I've got it here, this product here. It was
Yes.
this product.
Wow. So that was the first thing for you. You were just trying out the products. It's a new company you partnered with, wanting to promote their products. You just thought, well, I'll try it. I can promote something I'm not using. I've got to be a product of the product, right? So
Exactly.
you were using the product just to see, well, I like this one. I like that one. Let's see how that one tastes and blah, blah, blah. And only for you to then realize that, hang on a minute, something has changed in me. I wasn't using it in particular for any health issue, but what happened here? Unintentionally, the pain had gone. Unintentionally.
Totally.
You weren't using it for the pain, but hey, the pain had gone. In about a month, within a month of you using
Yeah,
the
within a
product,
month
right?
of using it. And this is something that I'd had since the age of 35. I'd always have this pain, especially around October, December, you know,
Yeah.
those cold
Winter
months.
coming. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So did you notice anything else? So the pain went. What else happened to you? Your health. What else?
No, the pain went, and I was ecstatic about the pain. It was like, hey, do you realize? I said to my partner, do you realize I don't complain when I'm walking up the stairs anymore with my knees? And he goes, yeah, I did notice that, you know. So that was one thing. But then it wasn't until I saw a testimonial about a lady who was talking about her going through the menopause, and she'd used the same product for her menopause, you know, for the hot flashes and everything. And I thought to myself, hold on a minute. I haven't had any hot flashes for a long time. And I was trying to think back, when was the last time I had one? And I couldn't think back of how long ago it was. But again, I attribute it, I can't do without bend. And there was a time when, you know, I'd forgotten my order and I didn't have it. And just for that time for it took to come, it was like, you know, I'd had the internal heating again.
Wow.
Ladies, if you're going through the hot flush, you will know what I mean by the internal heating. I had the internal heat again, and it was just unbearable. And it because it was in the summer, it was even
Right.
worse. And then
Mhm.
as soon as I got the products, 10 days in, the symptoms subsided, and you know, I don't have hot flushes. I don't have
Wow.
hot flushes, and
Wow.
I would say the middle of my menopause.
Right. If you don't mind, because I know you mentioned the age 35. I'm sure people are looking at you and thinking, she can't be much older than 35. What's she talking about? Are you gonna share with us? Oh, is that wrong to ask a lady's age? I don't know.
Oh,
I
do you
don't
know
know.
what? I'm proud of my age. I'm proud of my age. I'm 58, nearly 60 years old.
Oh my gosh, did you hear that? She's 2 years away from 60.
2 years away.
Does she look 58? Does she look like someone that's almost 60? If you met her on the road and she told you she was 35, wouldn't you believe that? Wouldn't
Oh,
you
that's a
believe that?
compliment.
Amazing, amazing. That is what eating healthy, drinking a lot of fluids, a lot of water, taking your supplements, that is what it does for you. It makes you glow, it makes you look younger and younger and younger. That's amazing. All right, so another question for you. So you got these results personally using the products. So did you share with other people? And what was that like when you started
Oh,
telling people
yeah.
of your own results of the products and other people's results of the products? What did that then do for you?
Well, I shared my testimonial, especially about the menopause, because I knew there were so many people like me out there, especially my age group of my friends,
Mhm.
and I got so many customers on board. So many of my friends came on board, and you know, when they started taking the products, it was like that. You know, it was like I was a drug dealer. It's like, Colette, have you got any more bend? Have you got any more bend? It's like, okay, yeah, I'll get you some. It's like, don't let me run out because this thing's really helping right now. You know. So yeah, the bend for them, the menopause, great. I had a lady the other day who contacted me. She'd broken her finger.
Right,
Her grandson had broken her finger, and she's a hairdresser, so she needs to hold the scissors. Uh,
right.
sorry, it was in lockdown,
Mhm.
luckily, when the shops were shut down and everything, but she needed to have her bone repair, and it wasn't repairing properly. She had
Wow.
gone to her surgeon, and the surgeon had done the x-rays, and the bones weren't repairing. And he said to her, are you taking any supplements?
Mm.
And she said no. And he said, well, I suggest you start taking some, because your bone density is very low and
Right.
it's hard for your bones to mend. So she phoned me up, Colette, are you still doing supplements? Yes. And she told me what happened. I suggested Bend. She bought some Bend. She had another x-ray with the surgeon 3 weeks, just 3 weeks after she started taking the products. And he looked at her and he said, have a look at this. And she looked at it, and she couldn't really, because she's not medical, couldn't see anything. And he said, what are you doing? And then she took out the sachet and she said, well, I'm just taking this. You said I've got to take supplements. And he goes, what is it? And she goes, I don't know. My friend gave it to me. And she said, it's really good for bones. And he said, I need some from my wife. He goes, he goes, your fingers starting to knit together
Wow.
within only 3 weeks. And he goes, I
Wow.
can see that your bones have thickened up just in that time you started taking it. Amazing.
Wow. Wow. So thank you so much. That's powerful. So did that then I want to two things I want to do. Right. So you mentioned at the beginning that your background was project management, business analysis. Now you're a coach, you're into lifestyle, lifestyle, and also a nutritionist. Now you talked about Bend helping with that person's bone density and all of that. What is in Bend? Why is it helping with bones? What is in it?
Wow, I think it's a mixture of the black seed oil, which is
Mhm.
very, very powerful, and the
Yeah.
glucosamine that's in there as well.
Right.
So, just those two products in itself. And it also, it has calcium agents in there that help us with our bones as well. So it's a powerful, powerful product. And I would recommend it to anyone who's from the age of their mid 30s onwards, because our bones, they create new skeleton
Mhm.
every 8 years.
Right.
Every 8 years you have a new set of bones.
Right.
Okay, so don't wait until you're 60 to try these products, because you won't see your bone thicken up till you're 68, 69. But if
Mhm.
you're young and you start building your bone density now, as you get older, especially going through menopause, you
Mhm.
lose your bone density and you get brittle bones, osteoporosis,
Right.
osteoarthritis, all these sort of things. But I'm confident that my bones are thick. They're not going to be breaking anytime soon.
That's interesting because one of the things we hear about older people, our elderly, our parents, our grandparents, their bones break easily, isn't it? That's one of the things we hear about. Oh, I pray, oh, the man fell and broke his hip, or the woman fell and broke her hip, or broke the. And for a while, I used to wonder, what is it with breaking bones with the elderly? Why do they keep breaking their bones? But of
Mm,
course, now I understand it's because with age, the bone density has reduced greatly, and unfortunately for these people, they weren't taught how to build up the bone density before they got to the time that the bone density started reducing. So, ladies and gentlemen, like Colette has said, your bone, what's the word now? Regenerate? Should I say you
yes,
create new
regenerate.
bones every 8 years? Every 8 years. So don't wait, right? Don't wait till you're 60 before you start taking supplements to help build up your bone density. Don't wait until then. Start doing it now. Because if you wait until then, that bone thing's not going to build up. You won't see it until 8 years. You don't know what's going to happen in 8 years. So start building up right now. Start taking these products. Start taking these products so you can build up your bone density right now. And I'm trying. Thank you so much. That's great. 1 second. I'm about to bring up a picture for people to see. And you're going to tell us in two, we don't have a lot of time anymore, but I want you to please share your story here. Ladies and gentlemen, can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Colette, can you see this?
Yes, I can
Okay,
see
great.
that. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Colette. This is Colette. Can you see the difference? This is Colette here. September 2018
Yeah.
versus May 2019. Can you see the difference? I'm waiting for comments in the chat box. Can you see the difference? Can you see anything? Or is it maybe it's just me, maybe my eyes? Can you see anything? Can you see the difference?
I
In
know.
this picture, September 2018, May 2019, that's a space of October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, 8 months. The space of 8 months. What happened? Tell us, what happened to you?
Do you know what? That picture in September 2018 was a shock, because I was at my godson's wedding, and that's where that picture was taken, September 2018. And when I saw that picture, because I remember the day and I remember getting into that dress thinking, oh, I look really good, but what you look like or what you think you look like is different when the picture is taken, right?
Yeah.
And when I saw that picture, I was horrified. It was like, oh my God, look at the rolls of fat around me. Look how thick my arms are and everything. So, like from then, I just like, right, that's it. Using the products. So again, I used Form, I used Bend, I used Core, and I used Soul, and I used Pure. I used all the products because I wanted to get that weight off. And they all do different things, obviously, because you've got your detox with the Core, and then you've got the Pure to put back the gut bacteria. And then, I was taking 2 Form a day. Form is our protein, and I was mixing that down with greens and with fruits. And yeah, that's how I lost the weight. And it wasn't until I took that picture, the picture there, May 2011 was my birthday, sorry, 2019. It was my birthday, and we were in Portugal, and my husband took that picture. And when I
Yeah.
saw that picture, it was like, oh my God, because I didn't realize I'd lost that much weight. I
Yeah.
knew I'd lost the weight because I was 176 pounds in September 2018, and I went down to 146. I lost 30 pounds.
Wow. 30 pounds. Let me convert that to kilos because a lot of our people, we use kilos, right? So
Yeah,
let me just convert that.
it's roughly about 15 kilos, 14.
Yeah, something like that. Let me just in a space of 8 months, right? And you weren't it wasn't like you were doing a particular diet or you were exercising too much. It was just, basic things. You replaced 2 meals with a protein shake, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 13.6 kilos. That's 30 pounds and 13.6 kilos. Amazing, amazing. Right. So now, so ladies and gentlemen, you can see our products also help you lose weight. Hello. Oh, not only do they help you get all the nutrients your body needs and help you function as your body should function, they also help you lose weight. They also help you lose weight. It's amazing, isn't it? It's like these
I was
products
going
do.
to say, you
Yeah.
lose weight in menopause because it's really hard to lose weight in menopause.
Right.
Let me explain. Your metabolism slows down. It almost stops in menopause. I
Wow.
was one of these people who was always skinny all my life, could eat what I like. And then you get to a certain age where the pounds go on and you can't get them off because of the menopause.
Right.
It slows it down. But look, I lost the weight. It can
Yeah.
be done.
It can be done. It can be done with taking the right supplements, taking the right food, and that's what you've done, and you've gotten that result. Thank you so much for sharing. And the last thing, my sister, the last thing is to ask about the financial side of things. Now, before you say anything, this is a disclaimer. What we do is not for everybody. Not everybody is going to want to do the business, and you do not have to do the business. It's not compulsory. The reason we say this is just so you know that when you share this with others, as you would, because everybody, when you get something that is working for you, when you get something that you're excited about, the natural human behavior is to share with other people. We just call our friends, we call our neighbors, we put it on social media, we ask people to come and see, come and see, come and see. And the company rewards you for doing that. Right? The company pays you money for doing that. That's what this is all about. So if you choose to follow your natural instinct of sharing this with people when you get the results, then you should know that you will get paid for it. So Colette, can you just share with us briefly, in the time that you've been sharing this with other people, how has it turned out financially? Do you know how much you've earned roughly? Do you know the highest you've earned in a week? Can you just help our people?
Yeah, the highest I've earned in a week is £2,000.
Wow.
So, it put it this way, COVID hit, as you all know, in 2020.
Yeah.
My last IT contract was October 2019.
Wow.
Okay. I have not worked in contracting since then. I've just purely worked on my rain business.
Mm.
And since then, I've been able to pay my mortgage and my bills
Mm.
with this company.
This
I've
business.
not had to go out there and get another job to subsidize it. I'm not, as I said, I didn't have that help from anybody. my husband, even though we're married, he has his own property. I have mine. We haven't kind of merged those yet, but
Mhm,
I'm still responsible for my property, my roof over my head. And
mhm.
I've been able to do that because of rain.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is our story for today. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for sparing 30 minutes of your Sunday evening. I hope you got some value. I hope you got some things from Colette's story tonight. And Colette, Mrs. Colette Dennis, thank you so much for giving us 30 minutes of your time to share your story with us. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of tonight's program. Please go back to the person who invited you. Let them know if you'd want to try this product, if you'd want to find out more about the business. We run WhatsApp presentations every single day. We actually run 6 WhatsApp presentations every single day. We have product focused, we have business focused ones. So if you want more detailed information about the products, then you need to attend a product focused presentation. The person who invited you will tell you when that is holding tomorrow, so you can attend one of those. If you want more information on the business as well, we have business focused presentations too. So go back to the person who invited you. They'll also give you the information about the business focused ones. And lastly, can I just put a disclaimer out there? We do not make claims that our products cure anything. We are not allowed by law to say that our products cure. All we are doing is highlighting people's stories, people that you've been seeing over the last few weeks that we've been running this program, just coming out to share what the products have done for them. And you are obviously then armed with the information you need to make the right decision for you if you want to try the products or not. But we do not make claims. We're not allowed to do that. We're not making claims of a cure. Also, the business, we're not claiming that if you join us in the business, you're going to make a ton of money. No, we're just sharing people's stories with you, just so you see how sharing results and helping people around them have helped them also financially. So that's what we do. Until the next session, which is tomorrow, we're back on this same link tomorrow, same time, 7:30 p.m., carrying another story. Thank you so much for joining us. Invite every single person you know tomorrow. I tell you it's going to be an amazing one tomorrow. Have a great evening. Good night. God bless you. Bye.